Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you fidgets that you can take in bed, but they won't wake up your parents. If you don't know what I mean by if your mum or dad won't let you take fidgets into bed because they make too much noise or they just want you to sleep, you can take these fidgets into bed with you and they won't wake up your parents. Because some parents might be really strict and just want you to go to bed so you have enough energy for tomorrow. And I don't think you should do this every day, it's just some days. But let's get started. Okay, here are all my fidgets and I'm going to be showing you. First off, monkey needles are great. They are so fun, they stretch so far, and they don't make a single noise, and they definitely wouldn't wake up your parents. And some are even textured, and sometimes that can be a lot better because you can feel it as well. So that's number one. Fidget that won't wake up your parents. Number two is bike chains. Bike chains are super small, or not all of them. Bike chains are small and they come in different sizes. You can get big ones and the small ones. And they won't wake up your parents. They do make a little bit of noise, like this. But I don't think they wake up your parents because your parents probably won't hear it. And they're just so good and and quiet. Let's put it right here. Oh yeah, and guys, I'm going to be showing you fidgets that you also shouldn't take to bed. Because some might make a lot of noise, but I'm going to be showing you ones that you should and shouldn't. And number two, one of my favorites for this are these cute fidget cubes. They are very good for bed because like you have so many like places that you can click and like feel like this so good. Like you have like this one and it can help you go to sleep because it's so smooth. And then you also have this one if you're feeling really bored. And this one also helps me fall asleep as well because it's just so smooth. This one's okay. You can't really, do anything. There's a clicking one, but I wouldn't do that one because it is kind of loud on this side. But every other side is perfect and it's definitely worth it to take a bed. Put it right here. Next are mochis. Mochis are really fun and they're squishy and they're so adorable and cute and they're just like really nice for sleeping. And since they're squishy, they can also like help you go to sleep because if you're kind of stressed before you go to bed, you can just squish them and they're so cute and they relieve stress and they're just like adorable. And I definitely feel like these will help you go to sleep and they won't wake up your parents. Put that right here. Next are pea poppers. They are so cute and I feel like these will definitely help you go to sleep because they can relax you. And they're so cute and adorable. And they're very small, so you can fit them in your hand and your parents won't find out that you have them. And they don't make any noise at all, and they're just so cute. That's what it is right here. Next, I don't really know if I should include this one, but it's a fidgety cube. It does make a little bit of noise, but it doesn't make that much noise. And they're so relaxing to just unravel. Like, it's so nice. And it's so relaxing as well. And I don't really know if I should include this, but I guess. But if you want this one, you just have to be super quiet. So right here. Okay guys, here are all the fidgets I recommend bringing to bed so your parents won't hear just in case you're not allowed to have fidgets in bed. And remember guys, only do this like once or don't do it that many times because following your parents' rules are important and I don't think you should do it all the time because your parents' advice is probably the best for you. But I'll show you what fidgets I recommend. So I don't really know if I should recommend this infinity cube because it does make a little bit of noise, but it's so relaxing and good for bed. So yeah, with infinity cube, we have a fidget cube because they're just so relaxing, and some of the spots help you go to sleep, like this one because it's so smooth, and this one. Next we have mochis. They're just so squishy and they can relieve your stress and they're so cute and they won't make any noise Next we have pea poppers. They're just so cute and they probably will relieve your stress as well. And they're just adorable and they won't make any noise. Marble mesh won't make any noise, parents won't hear, and they're so relaxing. They feel amazing. Marble mesh, not marble mesh. Monkey needles are great too. You have the normal ones that are great, and the textured ones are also really great. And bike chains are great as well. And here are all the fidgets that I recommend. But now let's get to the fidgets that I don't recommend. The first one I don't recommend are poppets. The medium ones, don't recommend. The jumbo ones, don't recommend. And the teeny ones, I don't recommend. And I don't recommend any poppets for sleep. And you might be wondering, why the mini ones? Well, they still make noise. Listen. And if your room is right next to your parents, they might hear. Listen. It's kind of loud, and some mini poppets can be super loud. And of course, I just don't recommend poppets at all. I don't recommend jumbo ones because they're jumbo. And since they're probably bigger, they're probably going to make more noise. And they're jumbo, so they're going to be hard to play with. I don't recommend normal ones because they're just, a lot of them make noise like this one. This one's super loud. And I just don't recommend any poppets. So let's put them over here. There we go. Next thing I don't recommend are dimples. I have 2 types of dimples, but I don't recommend any types of dimples because, first of all, they're just kind of like poppets. They are really loud. This one's kind of quiet, but I still wouldn't recommend it. And this one's even louder. Listen. And so I wouldn't recommend any dimples because they're kind of hard to play with if you're in bed because you might not have enough space and they're really loud and they might wake up your parents. So let's put them over here. Next are dimples and trimple dimples. Or I don't recommend any simple dimples. I don't recommend trimple dimples. I don't recommend normal dimples. I don't recommend dimples that have 5 pops on the thing or 6 pops. I just don't recommend any of them, and no, you should get them out of the way because I don't think they're good, and plus they're really loud. And I put them over here. Yee! Next, I 100,000,000% do not recommend pop tubes. Even if they're mini, I don't recommend them. Pop tubes are really, really loud, and they're probably the loudest fidget. I don't know why, but they're just so loud, and I don't recommend them. And I still don't recommend the small ones. Listen to this and how loud it is. It's so loud. I just don't recommend it because it's so big. It's so loud. And in bed, you might not have enough space because it's so big. Look at this. Yeah, you might not have enough space. It's super loud and even louder when you try to put it back together. And I just don't recommend it. So put it over here. Yay! Next, I don't recommend... Oh, wrong way. Next, I don't recommend any stress balls, such as ones wrapped in mesh, Orby stress balls, DNA balls, ones like this, Nitos, and 100% jumbo ones. And now I'll tell you all the reasons why I don't recommend these. First off, we'll start with the the mesh one. For some reason, they just pop really easily. I've had a couple in the past, and they just pop so easily. I don't know if it's them or me. It's just I don't recommend these because they're stress balls and they could pop. I don't recommend these ones because these ones are so satisfying. And since it's so satisfying, you might squeeze it really hard and it might just pop. Because it's so satisfying, they just see it come out. Next, I don't recommend DNA balls because they do kind of make noise. If you can hear. Yeah. And it might pop. And plus, I just don't recommend it. Next are Nidos, because they have like, when you cut them open, which I have not, and I'm not planning to, when you cut them open, they have like this like colored foam inside, and like say you're playing with a yellow one, and then like you get, and then it pops, and then the yellow foam goes all over your bed, and that makes it look like you peed yourself. I don't really think that's very good, so I wouldn't bring any Nidos, like such as like a one with red stuff inside, and make it look like you just bleeded everywhere, or bled everywhere, I mean. And yeah, and again, they could pop. Next are Orbeez stress balls. I don't recommend Orbeez stress balls or any stress balls, because Orbeez ones, if they do pop, the Orbeez go everywhere, and I have had experience, so I know what I mean. And I have had Orbeez stress balls pop, and all the Orbeez have gone everywhere, and they're so satisfying that you might pop them really hard when you're in bed and you're trying to relax. So if they do pop, Orbeez can go everywhere all over your bed, and you might even like sit on one and it gets got all over your bed, so I wouldn't recommend Orbeez stress balls. Next, I don't recommend jumbo ones, because they're jumbo, and like if they do pop, all of the water inside is going to come out, and since it's jumbo, more stuff is going to come out than a normal stress ball. So these are all those stress balls I don't recommend, and I don't recommend any stress balls at all. So now let's just put all things over here. There we go. Next, I don't recommend the sensory DIY fidget bottle toys, because they're really loud. And if the lid comes off, the water could go everywhere and all over your bed. And if your water is colored, it could stay in your bed. So I don't recommend this. And plus, it's super loud, and your parents are going to find out easily. Right here. Next are water timers, because they are glass, and you might just put it down, and some beds have like wood on there, and the wood could be like really hard, so if you bang it or like on everything, or if you bang it on something, it could break and it could go everywhere, and then be glass on your bed, and you could accidentally hit it on the wall as you're trying to put it down. Or it could fall off. There's like a lot of reasons why it could break, and then if it does break, all the water can come off, all the oil can come out, and then glass would go everywhere, and it'd be such a big mess. Put it right here. Next, I don't recommend snappies, because they're just so loud, and of course your parents are gonna find out. Either way, I don't think anything bad will happen, because I don't think it's gonna break. I don't think it's gonna pop, of course. It's just your parents are gonna find out. And yeah, they're just super loud. Let's put it there. The next one I don't recommend are puzzle balls, because puzzle balls are really loud. Listen to this. They're just so loud, and I wouldn't recommend it. And yeah, so put that right here, and that was the last one. So here are all the fidgets I do recommend. Marble mesh, infinity cube, maybe. Fidget cube, pea popper, texture monkey noodle, normal monkey noodles, what the hell? Cute little mate cheese, and what is this called again? Oh yeah, sorry guys, bike train. So here are all the fidgets I do recommend. Let's get them out of the way. Oh, yeah. And here are all the fidgets I don't recommend. Oof, that's a lot of fidgets I don't recommend, because a lot of fidgets are loud, and plus fidgets, like a lot of fidgets are meant to be loud because they want to relax you, and when you hear certain sounds, they will relax you. So certain sounds will relax you, and a lot of fidgets have sound because they want to relax you. And so I don't recommend any of these fidgets. I'll just let you know. Yep, I don't recommend any of these, but I recommend these. And that's all for today, guys. Bye.